Walk the walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, know I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad?
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. It's Texans football as we rejoin the action in quarter number one. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Looking to throw. Fields. That's caught. It's Thomas. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Texans football to start quarter two. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Let's go. Do it.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good to this point. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd and short.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And able to haul it in as Kittle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Jackson, and it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Rashad Perriman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Fields. This to Jarwin. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights.
Brandon, my man, just 1 sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a
ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Johnson. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on second down. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Fields throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. Screenplay. Johnson. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way. Always
gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. He's got this one complete to Perriman. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 1st down, this is Adams. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, here's Adams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
He can run for it, and he will.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Jackson now. Flushed out right. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2nd and 6. He finds Hopkins complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
To throw on 3rd down. Fields got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Stills the intended target, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fields. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. D. Ford, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps that in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jackson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Well, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd and 2, Fields. And he finds Stills, complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
Be a long day for you.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. He gets this one to Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back to throw. Fields. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down, Fields firing quickly here, and that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Fields. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Looking to throw. Fields. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner, his second sack of the night. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo play, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Fields. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd and 11. This is caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for them.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Dee Ford, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On 4th down, Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Play action. Now Jackson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On first down, Fields. With a catch made by Hopkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Niners,